Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to 48 Now. I'm digital host AJ Weist, and the 65th birthday celebration of Fame Recording Studios is next Friday and Saturday, October 4th and 5th. And today, of course, I am joined with Mr. Rodney Hall. Rodney manages the legendary Fame Studios. First, Rodney, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, bud?
I'm doing well, doing very well. So,
Awesome.
65 years, such a tremendous milestone. Could you first talk a little about Fame and everything the studio has been able to accomplish over the past 65 years?
Oh, wow, that's a lot. Yeah, we've been, my dad started Fame in 1959 with a couple of buddies over a drugstore in Florence, Alabama. And that's where the name came from. Florence, Alabama Music Enterprises was the original name, and that was shortened to Fame. And, they started writing songs and making music and, went on and recorded some of the greatest music in history, including Aretha Franklin, Wilson Pickett, Etta James, Lou Rawls, Little Richard, Otis Redding, Candy Staden, Clarence Carter, just on and on. Just a mountain of hit music. Over 400 million records have been sold out of our building. So yeah, it's quite a milestone. We're excited to bring it to North Alabama and to celebrate with everyone in the area.
Absolutely. And talk a little about the birthday celebration. Like, what all can we expect to see there?
Okay. Friday night, we're kicking it off at the camp with the Show Enough Band, which is an all-star band of Muscle Shoals musicians. And we'll be doing classics. There'll be a lot of guest vocalists coming in to sit in with them. A group called Bonneville will be coming in from Mississippi to jam with them. Saturday all day long, we're going to have a mid-city takeover in mid-city. The streets blocked off with vendors, stages, music. We'll have the Outlaw Apostles will be playing there. Rob Aldridge and the Proponents, Light Watch, and there'll be children's activities all day long in Mid City. And then Saturday night at the Orion, we'll be kicking it off with an all-star concert with Robert Cray, the War and Treaty, Robert Randolph, Betty Lavette, John Paul White, Gary Nichols, Dylan LeBlanc, just a whole slew of and all the legendary Muscle Shoals guys. Spooner Oldham will be there. The Fame Gang, some of the Swampers will be around. So yeah, it's going to be a great time, and I want everybody to come out and enjoy the weekend with us. Hopefully the weather's going to be good. It's looking good for that weekend. This weekend, I'm not so sure, but yeah, we're very excited to bring it to Huntsville in North Alabama.
Yeah, absolutely. And that leads right into my next question. What made you to decide to hold the celebration in Huntsville and not the Shoals?
Well, we were looking for a world class venue to do it in, and we didn't have to look much further than the Orion. And their staff over there is amazing. It's one of the, it was recently named one of the top 20 amphitheaters in the world. So, we wanted a world class event and a world class venue. So, and Huntsville's our neighbor, and North Alabama is where we are from and want to celebrate. This is going to be an ongoing celebration throughout the year. We're actually looking at scheduling an event in London next year, early next year. So, yeah, it's going to be. We'll probably be doing some things in the shows later in the year, and it's going to be a year long event. So, come out and help us kick it off.
That's super exciting. Wow. In London, what's the planning process looking like for that?
We're just in the planning process, and there's a major artist that's on board with us that we're scheduling the dates around his touring schedule. So we're in the process of vetting the venues and looking at that stuff. So yeah, it'll be we'll be making some announcements. We may be able to make some announcements by October 5th, but we'll see.
Well, that is super awesome. What has been like throughout your years at Fame Recording Studios? What would you say has been your favorite part of managing such a prestigious recording studio?
Oh, there's so many. It's we have a recording studio and then we have publishing company that we have songwriters that write for us. Just to watch the process of a song or a record being made and then to come out and and the public embrace it and to become a big hit is always a thrill. And then there's always the thrills of your idols coming and working with you. Like, we got to work with Greg Allman a few years ago on his last album, Steven Tyler,
Wow.
Alice, Alicia Keys. So it's when those guys come to town, that's always exciting. But the real excitement is when you have a hit record and you've watched it come from an embryo of a song out into the public and it becomes mainstream, and then you travel around the country or even the world and hear it in bars and restaurants and those kind of things. It's always a thrill to hear those things.
That's awesome. What would you say it is about the Shoals that just blesses people with musical talent? Is it like, is something in the water out there? Like, what is it?
We're downstream from Huntsville, so something probably is in the water.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
it's I think that it's just a community. We have a great community, and it's a small town, so we all know each other and work together, and it's a thing that's being passed down. It's a handmade music. We all the Muscle Shows music community started with a group of songwriters and musicians and producers working together, and spending a lot of time working together, not working with different people all the time. So it became a real family, so to speak. And I think we passed that family tradition down from generation to generation. As we bring in new musicians, they work with the veterans, and we all learn from each other. They're not competing. They're learning with and teaching each other as we go forward, and it just passes the traditions passed down from generation to generation.
Yes, sir. It's really cool. What are you looking forward to the most about next weekend?
Oh, I'm just ready to get it going and celebrate and get all really, it's going to be a family reunion of Muscle Shoals musicians, and then we're going to bring in our friends that we've worked with over the years, the Warren Treaty and Betty Levette and Steve Jordan. So yeah, our music director is Steve Jordan, who you may not know that name, but he is currently the drummer for the Rolling Stones. He was
Wow.
the original drummer for the Blues Brothers. He was on the David Letterman show for years as some of their musical talent, and played with Eric Clapton, with John Mayer, Stevie Wonder, on and on. Just he's a legendary drummer. So just getting all those guys together and just having a kind of a family reunion is what I'm really most excited about.
Absolutely. It sounds like an incredible event. I'm definitely looking forward to it. But Rodney, it's now been 65 years of fame. But what do you think the next 65 years will look like for the 130th birthday celebration?
I hope I'm not around. But hope to keep going. That's our plan. We've been making music for 65 years, 365 days a year, and there's not many businesses in the world, much less recording studios, that could say that. So we just want to continue doing it with young and up and coming talent and songwriters, musicians, artists, and we do that daily, and just we plan to keep the traditions going.
Absolutely. Well, Rodney, that's all the questions I have, but maybe if I didn't ask something that you would like to add, feel free. But thank you so much for joining in with me today.
Yeah, we just love for everybody to come out and help us celebrate. It's a free event, Friday night and Saturday during the day, up to 6 o'clock. It'll all be free in Mid City, so come out and join us and help us celebrate.
Absolutely. Free music. What gets better than that?
Exactly.